Welcome back, everybody, to a new episode of WallSmashers. On this episode, we are joined with Echo Tragedy, who is our most senior member of the show tonight, because we have introduced two new cast members, because the other two are unreliable. And we also fired one, because they could never make the recordings and also lied about being at the fucking gym because they're in a Discord call literally during the last fucking episode. Anyways, tonight I am joined with Echo Tragedy, Ashers, and Rev. I don't know, Rev, if you go by anything else because your screen name says Big Bad Scary Evil Rev, but
that seems accurate.
We'll just go with Rev.
Well, welcome to WallSmashers, everybody. We are changing the format of the show, and we are introducing more people so we can get more episodes out for the future. Now, I just want to introduce you guys. Rev, you're part of Shot to the Point commentary originally, from what I've been made aware of.
I would say that I went into the servers a few times and probably stirred the pot a little bit, but
okay, because
sure.
to be fair, I know you from like Matt Pitt, Beavers, that sort of side of commentary, and obviously, from what I gather, you and Matt Pitt aren't necessarily fond of each other.
I don't necessarily dislike the guy. We've had little spats back and forth, but as far as his feelings for me, I can't speak for it, to be honest.
So there is no real, like, you don't actually hold anything personal though towards like not recording those guys.
No, I don't. I mean, I'll be honest. I'll catch a Tommy C episode and then I'll listen to Now Recording, and I do find their content pretty fucking funny, in my personal opinion. Yeah. So, as far as any background beef, if I'm aware of it, I'm oblivious, or I just don't care.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, because I know of you from Turn Island, and I'm not gonna fucking lie. When you call into Turn Island, you're honestly like an instigator. Like you.
Well, yeah, no, I do have a big stick, and I like to swat at the wasp nest every now and again.
I find it fucking funny because some episodes when you join, people are like, "Oh, we can't stand this guy. Get this guy off of Turn Island. Kick him out. We don't want him fucking here. He's just derailing. He's just doing this on purpose." And then some episodes, people are like, "Oh, they're fucking laughing about it." So I personally find it's like a unique dynamic. I also enjoy the you and Matt, spats every so often. But we're also joined with Ashers. Now, Ashers, I personally know you through the Keemstar show, and arguably you're like one of Keemstar's biggest fangirls. So, regarding commentary, Ashers, where would you like put yourself if you had to like group yourself somewhere in commentary?
I had to root myself in that hellhole. Probably mostly hated.
Hated? Okay. Is there a reason for it though? Like, if you could actually like self-evaluate yourself on why people arguably don't like you, why would you say so? Because I can admit that like it seems like you have a lot of haters. But realistically, looking at you, Ashers, all I ever see you really interact with is like the Keemstar stuff, like LolCow Podcast, Keemstar Show, and that's about it.
Yeah, I try not to stir the pot with too many people. I mean, like a lot of people's misconceptions of me have come from either them taking something the wrong way that I said on like Twitter or something, or somebody else them coming after me for some reason.
Okay. Is there anyone you can't stand? Like, just like, because you're on Twitter a lot. Like, I see your Twitter and stuff. Is there anyone like that interacts in commentary or is part of commentary that you just cannot stand?
Leia something. She's
always fucking Leia something. It's always Leia. Everyone. I don't like Leia. Even like Huggy and Triton, they're so fucking scared of Leia last episode. It was fucking hilarious.
I don't know why. She's such a sweetheart.
No, even before Leia something came on to that episode, she was like, "Don't worry, I'm not gonna like be mean to them or anything like that." And before that, Echo, I don't know, you weren't there for the other episode. But did you watch it? The one where like I was talking about bringing on guests, and I kind of had Demented, Huggy, and Triton
Yeah.
all like arguably like agree at the same time that they wanted Leia something, but then like you could tell that they're all fucking awkward about it.
It was so funny.
It was funny. Baiting Triton and Huggy into stuff is like some of the funniest shit.
Not even just that, just the fact they were so quick to answer like no on this, no on that, and then that one's like, oh,
Because you don't want to see like you don't want to seem like the one person in a group that is like afraid to have someone on a show. You know what I mean? Because then you look like the pussy in the group. So like it's really funny to me that all three of them were really fucking awkward about having her on. And she was very mild, let's be honest. To give her credit, I know I personally fucked the episode up. You guys could, I don't know, make fun of me about that or whatever the fuck you want to do. But she was fucking soft on them. She could have gone in on Huggy. She could have gone in on Triton. And she knows enough about those two dudes to actually like fire back some critiques. Because that's where I'm kind of curious. Asher's Rev, do you know anything about Huggy, Why So Demented, and Triton? Or Twiton, I should say.
There's a little bit of a backstory with Triton. I mean, me and him have butted heads a couple of times based upon opinions and everything. I know he's young. He's a tad gullible.
You think he's
so
gullible?
he's.
I bet you'd argue that.
Yeah,
if he was here right now, he would be like, Rev, how am I so gullible? I don't understand why you think I am gullible in this situation.
He follows more than he leads, to be honest, from my personal perspective. That's how I see it.
Ooh. Do you agree with that, Echo?
Yeah.
Being, like now, like interacting with Triton and stuff. Do you think he's more of like a follower than a leader?
maybe possibly. I still don't have like that much of a lead on him yet, but it kind of does seem like he does. Like if he sees like an opinion that feels like it's in his framework, he kind of like hardcore like, oh yeah, this person's actually the correct one. And I don't know if he would mimic because it's kind of hard. Like I said, I still don't have like a full read on him yet, but it does seem like he kind of does like, it almost like he feels like he takes notes of like, if he agrees with a person one time, he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna take like all their playbook and run with it.
Yeah.
Like with the tech, like I think the most obvious one for me is like his whole like technicals. Well, I don't know if worship is the right way, but it's like fanaticism with them.
Well, because Technicals is like up in arms against Mr. Saturn.
Yeah, but technicals is also like kind of retarded, like and fucking blatantly malicious.
Oh wait,
I mean, isn't that majority of commentary though? At the same time, if you think about it.
True.
You guys, I mean, arguably as someone who is part of the commentary community, I take offense to this. No, wasn't the argument that Triton was defending was that Technicals' brother wasn't like a pedo for the Ice Cube thing?
Well, no. It was Zero. Zero wasn't a pedo.
Zero,
also, his brother wasn't sexting minors.
Wait, you don't think his brother was sexting minors either?
His brother didn't sex minors. His brother sent fucking dick pics to like multiple different group chats with underage people on them.
Okay.
As like a joke.
That makes it better. That makes it better.
Yeah.
That's splitting hairs, though.
Yeah.
Echo.
You're like, oh, he's not a pedophile because he didn't reach out to one person. He just fucking reached out to 20 of them.
Well, it's more like they had like group chats. This is at least the way Technicals explained it, and like I said, he's malicious and he's like a blatant liar. First, it was only one group chat. Now, apparently, it's multiple different group chats that he's done this in, where like they're all like joking around and some shit, and then he'll just like flash a picture of his fucking dick.
My question is, why the hell are you in a group chat with people under the age of 18?
Because they're Smash players.
No, okay, so I can.
Well, I mean, obviously, they're not smashing anything if they got to send their dick pic to a group chat.
That's a dangerous comment, Rev. that can be taken.
I take great offense to that.
Okay, I get it. I've been on the internet long enough. I don't ask people for age. You know what I mean? Like my Discord, it's a public Discord. However, in a public Discord, I have like a rule with that shit. Like if you post any fucking pornography, you're out of there. Now, like Technical's brother should fucking know that, seeing how his fucking brother was the leading guy to fucking go after Zapdie. So you think his brother would have a little bit of a fucking knowledge on like what's appropriate and what's not. And that's what I mean, like to show your fucking dick pic in a group chat with people on the line that you don't know. Come on, man. You need either he's fucking like a smooth fucking brain knuckle dragger, or he's just fucking doesn't give a shit. And I mean, if he doesn't give a shit about it, then he should be held accountable to it. That's
I feel like it's more like, at least like from what I've seen from him, it kind of just seems retarded. He just does whatever he thinks is funny.
But being
I mean, it kind of
an excuse.
he kind of yeah. No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that's what the perception I have of him. It kind of reminds me of like those guys, like especially like when I used to play football. Like there's always guys in the locker room that do like the gayest shit and like flashing each other. Like I remember there used to be a guy that would flash his nuts. The thing is that some people never grow out of that. Like I still know guys who were fucking like
sex pests.
yeah. Well, no. We don't.
Yeah.
Whoa. We don't claim those people.
I mean, the people that sounds like you hang out with should get a restraining order. From
Okay,
the
I don't
Chuck E.
hang out with
Cheese,
those
right?
people. All right, that's like that was like back in high school. I'm just saying, there's people like that just don't grow out of it. No, God, no.
Are they VTubers?
No, they're all, like I said, they're jocks.
They're jocks.
Or they were jocks in high school.
Nowadays, I wouldn't be fucking surprised on what anyone wants. Any fucking handle someone does. Half the fucking people online use fucking anime profile pictures, and I think that shit's fucking gay. That's why
I think it's pretty based.
I agree.
No, I disagree.
Well, like that's why I ironically have that like the one I have on fucking Discord. I mean, fuck, for the longest time I had a photo of myself covered in eggnog, and I find that was less fucking gay than anime profile pictures.
I don't know about that.
No, I already told you as well how I fucking felt about doing the thumbnail for the last episode where I'm like,
I gave you an option. I
you
gave you an
me
option,
three
and you're like,
options,
they were all
like
I feel like getting
anime titty
sexy.
girls.
No, they weren't. No,
They
they
were!
look at. I'm
What are
sending
you
this in the
fucking
no.
talking
I'm
about?
sending them in the group chat. All right, the three I sent, you picked the most sexual one, and on top of that, I literally cut that picture in half just to make it even less sexual. I sent someone the picture because they asked like, how bad was the picture? So I sent the version I sent you, and then I sent like the full scaled picture. They're like, dude, if you sent the full one, I think Badwick would have kept that in the picture. I'm like, thank God I didn't fucking send him that one. Let me see.
Okay, so for thumbnails though, it is part of the clickbait though. But I am saying the awkwardness knowing that you were a man behind that anime titty fucking profile picture was like the most awkward thumbnail I've made. And I baited thumbnails before, of course. Like if you watch any of Badwick Drama News, I always have a chick in the thumbnail because it does better. It's proven to do better. I'm just saying
Well, sex
it
sells.
does, absolutely. One of my best videos is a Chrono Trigger fucking video where I had like one of the fucking people from Chrono Trigger in the thumbnail. Everyone's like, look at that thirst trap. And I was like, hey, it worked.
At least you're watching,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So, Rev, do you know? Well, I know you know of Echo because Echo calls it a turd islander and all that shit. But do you know of Ashers or have you heard of Ashers before?
I haven't heard of Ashers, but we actually did get affiliated
Okay, cool.
before you came in. So we're talking. So
All right.
I'm not. Yeah.
So Ashers.
I was appropriate. I wasn't weird.
Well, you know what? You're not the sex pest in this call.
Dude, the minute
No,
the minute
no.
people saw me in this VC with Ashers, fucking I think Alpha was like, Echo, what are you doing in there?
Oh, I know. All the shit about. I guarantee you that after this episode, there is going to be people thinking that you were hitting up Ashers in DMs.
Oh yeah,
guarantee
Echo's getting his riz on.
I absolutely bet you that is going to be a thing that floats around the community.
Well, no, me and Ashers have known each other for like over like a year now.
Oh wait, so you guys fucking know each other? Okay, so that's my next question. I was like,
no, yeah, there's
Ashers
actually a
gonna know
blood
everyone
sports
in
of
here?
us. There's
Really?
a blood sports of me and Ashers against Leia.
Yeah.
Did
On
she
now
win?
recording. So the way everyone describes it, at least from what they've told me, because this is back when like me and Leia like completely were going super hard at me. Like she was calling me a pedophile. I was calling her fucking trans, calling Tipster a lolicon. That's how bad it got. So the way people described that situation, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
this is like right at the tail end of it. So the way people describe that is like I was really calm in that situation where I did raise my voice like a few times.
Mhm.
So people always say, and this is just them saying it, right? So they say Echo did good, and then Leia spurred out when Echo came in, and then people put Ashers on the bottom because a lot of people don't like Ashers. Like there's like multiple things to the
Yeah.
point where I think Leia was trying to like, God, I don't want to bring up drama, but Leia's like posted a picture. This is right after the Jello stuff. So Leia posted a picture of Jelly, and this is like after her being like salty about it.
Mm-hmm.
She posted a picture of Jelly. It's like, Echo, why don't you stick your dick in this instead, or something like that. And then she immediately deleted it after because someone's like, why are you posting that? Like, what the fuck? Like, if you don't want to talk about Echo, don't talk about Echo. And so she ended up taking it down. I think I still have that screenshot because
That
someone
made me
sent it to
fucking
me.
laugh. I'm not gonna lie though.
Yeah. I mean, dude, when I saw it, I'm like, God damn it, dude, what the fuck? That's actually funny.
So Ashers, I had no idea you called it and now recording. Were you part of like the tipster community, Ashers, or no?
Oh god.
At the very beginning, I was part of the tipster community, and then I just got kind of flung into all this, and I was like, huh, okay,
All right.
well, I'll brave it through, I guess.
Would you consider yourself a goth mommy?
No,
No. Okay. Okay.
And
How
because
she
like
never got the tipster DM, I guess.
the tipster Snapchat?
no, me and tipster were cool in DMs, but he never tried to be sexual with me.
Okay. I mean, that's good for the
That's what they
record.
all
Now,
say.
okay. Fuck you, Echo. You're like,
Well, he tried it with me. I was one of his low key goth mommies. He doesn't know it
Actually,
yet.
I had
Rev
DMs with
baited him on
tipster.
an alt.
No, freaking even I had DMs with tipster because he thought I was a girl.
Tipster's just fucking.
Oh,
I'm not even
no.
surprised by that, actually, Echo.
Yeah.
Tipster's
I used to. I
fucking
had
Well, I mean, you got an anime
no, but
profile
I
pic,
hated
so
tipster. I've always hated tipster for like almost 2 years now.
because
And the thing is,
good.
no, because he's fucking cringe. He's cringy. He's a big crybaby. I hate crybabies.
I
So
do think he's a crybaby. I personally
yeah,
have never.
that's
really
always my
watched his
biggest
podcast,
criticism. Is
so-
he's like the guy that's like, yeah, dude, I'd fuck your mom, and it's like, dude, that's like some random fucking chatter. Like, why are you getting like all ass mad? And then someone makes fun of his wife, and he's like, oh, my feelings hurt. Which is like, I'm not for like making fun
Yeah.
of his wife. I hate when Skelly does it. But it's like, dude, if you're like talking shit about people's moms, your wife's free game to them.
Yeah, no, you know what? I agree with that. I mean, if someone goes after your personal life, I think it's only fair that you can go after theirs. I explained, like it's not like my style to go after someone's personal life, but I mean, like if someone brings up my kid or something like that, and I mean, it's a little weird because I bring Kaylee on stream, so like if people fight with Kaylee, you know, there's a little weirdness with it where I'm like, okay, well, you're in your fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Dude, I
no,
always feel bad when people fight with Kaylee. It's like,
yeah,
damn.
she's mean.
Badwick's in the cook chair right now, just watching.
Kaylee's just mean when she fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that, but like you said, Tipster goes after other people's personal lives and then cries about his.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to get through this real quick because
Go
it's just
for
the way this ended was funny. So I reached out. So Tipster had me blocked for the longest time and would always unblock me, follow me, unblock me, or block me, then unblock me, follow me. And it wasn't until I think I noticed he unblocked me, and I think it was right before. No, he had just unblocked me, and it was right after the BX Bullet stuff where he owned her on stream.
Yeah,
So I'm like, hey, dude, I don't like you, but I can't fucking, I can't keep this like secret, and I can't pretend like I can't, I don't have this opinion. But you did a really fucking good job with that BX Bullet stuff. So we had like a back and forth, and then he followed me, and then I popped up on an Edwin stream with I think it was Salvo, and so I think Nick was on there too. Nick and Stardust. No, just Nick. And what ended up happening is I was defending Tipster in that stream. Like, well, no, actually, no, this Leia stuff was this Leia stuff was that. Like, it just didn't seem the way they were saying.
yeah,
And
okay.
after I get off, I am immediately unfollowed by Tipster because I guess he realized I was a guy.
Oh,
And
geez.
supposedly he was asleep at this moment, and he goes, "Oh, actually, no, that didn't happen." I was like, dude, literally live on stream, or during the stream when you're supposed to be like offline, I get unfollowed by you after I go on and talk to Edwin.
Okay. See, Tipster blocked me ever
You
since.
shattered his dream.
Sorry, Rev.
I was just gonna say Echo shattered Tipster's
Oh, of
fantasy.
course, he wanted another anime fucking goth mommy. Tipster's had me blocked for years, ever since the fucking Salvo shit, because like Salvo and I were chill, like early on Salvo stuff, me and him were chill. And like I guess like arguably we're still like relatively chill. But yeah, Tipster had me blocked since fucking back then when Salvo went after him. What are your guys' opinions of Salvo? Actually, Asher's and Rev.
Oh, do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Um, I think he's a fucking strange little
Okay.
man, to be honest. You know, just his approach and his demeanor and how he's overconfident and cocky. You know, for a little dude, I'm just
God, I hate that
it doesn't
phrase.
turn me on, to be honest. You know, and I'm not into piss play either, so it's unfortunate for him.
How about you, Ashers? What's your take on Salvo?
Oh,
Salvo is a very poor excuse for a man.
Okay? I'm gonna be like blunt. Was Salvo? Were you one of the people he was in DMs with?
Yes, I was the only one who said no.
Okay. That's because no. I'll be honest. Like I generally did forget, but that's like I said earlier. I know Asher's from the Keemstar show. I only brought up Salvo because of Tipster too. I didn't do that on purpose. If you think I
It's
did,
okay.
I snowball off of fucking topics. I don't fucking plan shit out. So, but
It's okay.
okay. So now we know your opinion of Salvo. So, in general, you guys, how do you feel about Triton and Huggy? Seeing that neither of them are here right now, so I want to take the opportunity to shit talk both of them now that they're not here.
dude,
And Echo, this is for you too. What are your
dude, they
guys'
are
opinions?
such humble and inspiring individuals, and just every time I'm on an episode with them, which was barely once, I just can't help but feel like, damn, I need to bully these two.
None of them said anything to you. That episode, Echo, I thought one of them would be like, Echo, you're sex pest. Echo, you're this, Echo. And none of them clapped back against you. Last episode.
I mean, I didn't expect Triton to say much, given that he like the amount he knows about me is like very limited. So like the most I expected, I think he even did it during the stream. He's like, why do you talk to like, or during the recordings, like, well, why do you talk to so many girls online? Like that's the only thing I expected from him.
Yeah.
But I was surprised Huggy didn't say nothing at all. I mean, I mean, part of it, I guess.
Huggy rules with like Slug and all that.
Yeah,
and,
well,
like,
part of it
that
also
was-
helps that the Emmy stuff happened around that time too. So it's not
That's
like
true.
so that could have helped as well. In all fairness.
Mhm. No, I agree with you though. I thought Huggy would be like a little bit more like critical of you, especially seeing like the crew he rolls with sometimes and all that. Like,
Yeah.
that whole side was like totally fucked. For a while, you're a pedophile, so I'm just saying. Like,
Maybe like
was-
like 2 days, all right? Not even a while. All right.
And to be fair, that was mostly one person pushing that narrative.
Yeah.
Individual Rev doesn't like as well. Slug.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Yeah. Well, we won't get into that.
Actually, funny enough, Rev, you used to wear like Tyler Durden before, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. It actually had the Fight Club server for
Yeah.
a while.
Okay, because I remember I was in there back in June when the Emmy stuff almost broke back then. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I do. I
Yeah,
do.
dude, fucking like that was my introduction to Rev. So when he comes on the stream, I'm like, okay, yeah, this guy's actually like a really good guy. Like he's nice, he actually like gets straight to the point. And like the first, I don't remember exactly what it was, but he said something so stupid. I'm like, wait, oh god, I thought about the wrong person.
Wait, so you ran a server called Fight Club? What was like the purpose of the server? Just blood sports?
Yeah, pretty much what it was. It's just there was a few outliers that a lot of people didn't like, So I figured, fuck it, you know what? I'm just gonna start a fight club, and it filled up fairly quickly. People would just basically go at it,
Was Kim Brick part of it?
I've
No.
no, it wasn't that big of a server. I mean, I had people like Slug would join, and it would just be basically kind of pin him in a corner, ask him questions about some shit, and then he would just basically go off like a fucking feral
Be careful.
cat.
He knows the
He
knows cartel members now, apparently.
That's what I heard. The new rumors that he somehow gets in contact with cartels, so
Slug.
I mean, he's probably playing that card because he's part.
100% he's gonna watch this.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
I guarantee it.
Oh, of course. I mean, his ears must be ringing right now. So he's probably But
Yeah, sorry, Ruff.
yeah, to continue on, I mean, I had Triton in that server. I've had a few others. Pods was in there, basically a couple times. We'd get into VC, and of course, Pods. he loves
I
drama.
actually don't know a
and just
whole
kind of
lot
hash it
about
out.
Like, you're referring to Pod's Awful? Or who are you?
No, isn't Pod someone different? I feel like we had this conversation on Turd Island before.
Maybe? Maybe? Every
It's
turn,
like
after
isn't he
Turd Island
a
ends, it's
Triton's friend
okay.
or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. But if we had this conversation, I was probably drunk, so I don't know. I stayed sober for you tonight, Badwick.
You
But
didn't have
anyway,
to. I was expecting like a shit.
I didn't.
well, no, I mean, I have a tendency. I will admit, I do say dumb shit when I, had a couple in me
same.
and all that stuff. So
Dumb shit when I'm
Really?
Yeah,
I say
yeah,
dumb shit
so-
without it.
well, there. But yeah. So the Fight Club server was just generally just a bunch of people just kind of going at it, being assholes to each other and everything like that. And then it's just pretty much, like asking hard hitting questions, to see how people would react. And after a while, I was just kind of like, this shit's kind of dying down. I'm done. I'm over it. Whatever. And it was a little fun experiment. And then I just said, fuck it. I'm out of here. I'm gonna take some time off. I'm just gonna nuke the server and just fucking disappear for a minute.
No,
so.
I totally understand that. I get how that feels
Yeah,
as someone who runs a shit show of a show.
Oh yeah, well, fair enough.
I do. I can understand that once in a while. You get burned out from like blood sports, you know what I mean? Because I find personally it's always kind of like the same people going at it. Like insert one new person, take away one person, so on and so forth. So I can feel you on that.
And it's interesting when it comes to blood sports too. It's just everybody's literally fighting about just a difference of opinion. It's not a civilized, cordial conversation. It's just more or less like, well, you don't agree with me, you don't align with me. It's time to whip out the fucking fangs and the claws. It's like, holy shit, what kind of fucking people are you? So
Discordians.
Yeah. It's just like, are you that terminally on fucking line that you get mad that somebody has a dissenting opinion? So maybe that's why I'm not very well received because I like to poke the bear sometimes.
So I want to ask Ashers. Ashers, are you familiar with the other members of WallSmashers? That being like Triton and Huggy.
I think I've talked to Huggy once in DMs.
DMs.
Yeah, he was just he was just being nice to me. I think we had a couple conversations, and me and Huggy are, as far as I know, me and Huggy are pretty cool. And then, I don't really know of Triton.
Okay, well, I mean, you know what? To be fair, not a lot of people do. I mean, Triton. No, I'm not even saying to be rude. Triton like hangs in like his own circle, which is like, I think he gets pissy if you call it like anti-commentary people. But he hangs out with like people that generally don't like mainstream commentary. You know what I mean? Like that's like kind of like the circle he hangs out with. So what's your guys like opinion of the commentary community now? Like with the people that are kind of like taking the stage and like, well, I should say like small commentary, like the people that are taking the stage, the up and comers, the people who have like disappeared. Because I find every year there's like people that dip, new people, orbiters become streamers, that sort of shit. And I've been on YouTube for a while, but what's your take on it?
Can I go first?
Sure.
Okay.
Woman rules.
No, I guess you could say my analysis is, and I mentioned this earlier, is that to me, commentary is kind of like when your neighbor is getting into a domestic violence situation and the cops pull up. And then everybody in the cul-de-sac is just basically hanging out their windows, or their doors with a cup of coffee, just kind of speculating what's going on. And then you always have those annoying neighbor kids riding their bikes in the center of all of this bullshit with the Kool-Aid mustaches, and making a noise about it. Like, pay attention to me. So, yeah, I know. I'm really showing my fucking age.
I get the reference. I was just like, wow.
So it's just it's a bunch of rubbernecking is what it comes down to, and it's just it's digging into people's personal lives, It's just like it doesn't involve you, but at the same time, it's kind of funny because just watching people fight over somebody else's personal life. It's just like, holy shit, where do you fucking people come from? You're the nosy neighbor, you know?
I had this actual like conversation with Bunny. I don't know. Eyeball Echo. I know you know Bunny, but yeah. So I had this conversation with Bunny. How I've always like perceived it as like MTV, almost like MTV drama, where it's like almost and like a combination of MTV drama and high school drama, where everyone who wants to like get into the ring is like, you know what I mean. Once you kind of step into the arena, you're fair game, but like you always wait for someone else to get hit first with something or someone else to start a drama, and then people circle around that. And then after like the main person's in drama, then everyone else wants to give their take of what happened. And commentary I find is like almost like a game of telephone where you hear one person say something and then you want to add your opinions on that person. And then you get like this chain of events. That arguably is like I forget the fucking name of it, but it's like the image where a snake eats itself sort of thing. Where it's like
Ouroboros.
right? Because it
or
always
both.
circles back. You have
Well, it's
like
because
people
the funniest part is people never go to the source of the drama. Like, okay, like back when
not off
Doug and your girl argued that one time on stream. I remember someone came and was like, dude, Doug said that he wanted like Kaylee or Badwick to dump Kaylee. So I went straight to Doug and asked him like, is this true? And he goes, no, we just fought and we made up and that was it. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, okay.
Kaylee and Doug had like their own call. Like I wasn't even involved. Like I'll talk about it, I don't care. But yeah, they had like a heated argument because on Turd Island, Kaylee and Flatley originally had an argument over Milltown. And it was because Milltown said he was taking a break from the internet. And he came back like a few days later. So Flatley's criticism was, well, as someone with like mental health, blah, 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 he didn't take a long enough break. Kaylee had a criticism of, well, isn't it ironic that someone with mental health is judging another person with mental health and like how long they need to go? So then Doug, and I'll say this about Doug, Doug's a loyal guy. He'll defend his friends like to the fucking end. He jumped in, took offense to what Kaylee was saying. Kaylee's a nasty fighter. And so
True.
when Doug, like, I find Doug gets emotional in arguments. He started to, throw digs against Kaylee. So then Kaylee threw digs back at him, and she got even way more personal than like what I think Doug was ever used to. You know what I mean? Because she doesn't know that guy.
Dude,
So
I need I need to hear that. What episode was this? I need to hear
it's
this shit.
somewhere. I think I've labeled it in the
Going
title.
to the
So
catalog.
anyways, so yeah, so she got way more personal. They got into like a thing. I got involved. And then it was like I would say the biggest problem with that situation was that there was different opinions of like and not opinion, but like perspectives of what happened. So it got all fucking muddied and fucked up. And like Doug went to people, I went to people because Doug and I were chill, and I was like, I don't want to fight with Doug, but obviously like Kaylee's my person. So, we got into that whole thing, and it lasted about like I think like 2 weeks. There's like 2 weeks of drama. And then he called back onto a Turd Island when Kaylee was back on there, and it was like relatively civil until the end of the episode, and then she fired off something, and then they had their argument again. But then that argument ended it. From what I could believe, it was fucking a long time. It was like last summer when all this happened. But they dealt with it privately. I mean, through a lot of screaming and yelling, and they kind of came to the understanding that, like, all right, everyone had like different perspectives of what fucking happened in the situation. Let's move on. And now they're chill with each other. We're all good, but yeah, that was a fucked up thing. It's weird when you have like I said, like I find it awkward that like people like you shouldn't let your wife on stream and all that shit. I mean, Kaylee's never gonna say anything on stream that generally actually ever makes me uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because like I have so many people like, oh, don't let her on your stream or don't do this. It's awkward. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it does get awkward, but I mean, it's not that bad.
Well, I mean, from my perspective, I mean, if you have somebody that's willing to support you in what you're doing and actually show
she hates
support,
this
I
shit,
don't
though,
find
man.
anything wrong with that.
I'm
Yeah,
on
she
Well,
hates
well,
commentary.
she hates commentary. She thinks everyone.
Well, I'm saying getting involved and just kind of throwing in her digs. I mean, you got to admit that is kind of
No, and
funny.
that's why
So
she comes on. Like, I will say, like, she is someone who won't. If she doesn't know a subject, she's not going to speak on it. But if she thinks she knows it, she'll die on that sword. You know what I mean? So, yeah,
oh,
no,
that's
I
fair.
mean, there's people in the community like that as well. But
Well, I mean, to me, when it comes to the blood sport shit, it's like a Jerry Springer
exactly,
episode.
100%.
You know, you're waiting for somebody just to throw that fucking chair. You're like, come on, let's go. I want to watch this shit melt the fuck down. Sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it's just that I notice that when people are backed into a corner, they will literally go for the lowest blow. And start dragging in, like members of your family or, talking about your personal relationships. And it's just like, dude, what the fuck, man? If you're mad at me, stay mad at me. As far as everybody else, don't bring in collateral damage because you happen to get butthurt that somebody got an own on you,
No, I totally agree.
And that's generally just basically how I see a lot of the shit that goes on. It's just like, you got a bunch of fucking, like 5-year-olds out in the sandbox fighting over fucking toy. It's like, Jesus Christ,
I agree, and I also
come up with a valid argument.
I also find commentary comes to it's a lot of it is a popularity contest as well, and like that's fair.
Yep.
Life is like that, unfortunately, and it's
Yeah, it's a cool kids club and you're
Yeah.
not in it.
well, that's why I was saying earlier on this. I was like, it takes one person to fuck up once, and then arguably depending on the fuck up, you're out of the community. You know what I mean? Even if it's a small fuck up or a bad take, people like deal with it forever. Like
Yep.
Skelly will never live down the fact that he lost against Abby Blackbird. You know
Like,
what I mean?
hard.
Whenever you want to fight against that guy, though, Skelly, like you say that to him. Same thing, like Echo, like you know what I mean? Echo's sex pest, and then you have like Huggy, like
True.
all the Huggy stuff. Um,
Well, I haven't got any DMs from Echo yet,
True.
so I wouldn't go
like
that
me,
far.
like I've
Not
taken
yet,
my L's
anyway.
too, but I'll be honest, I think like people are generally more courteous to me.
Well, I've taken plenty of fucking hells, and I'll admit, honestly, I can be a spurg.
Well, everyone can. Anyone who interacts with this shit
Yeah.
can be a spurg. I think
Yeah.
everyone has that person who is able to get under their skin. You know what I mean? I think there's.
I seem to do a pretty fucking good job of it just by my
Well,
presence
who do you
alone.
think you
So
piss off the most, Rev?
who do I? Oh God, probably everybody.
I mean, like,
I step into a room and just the air changes. It's like, oh fuck, this guy's here. What
You know what?
kind of
I'll agree
bullshit
with
is he
that.
gonna
I
say
do
now?
think like the moment you get pulled into a call, stuff changes. Ashers. So I noticed Skelly isn't a fan of you for some reason.
I don't know why.
No, you don't know
Like
why.
we've had a couple Twitter beefs, but I'm like, okay, like you think I'm a spurgy retard? Okay, like this is just the common opinion of me. Like it's nothing new.
Well, I think part of it's also like Skelly does try to go at people he knows he could probably piss off to try to get a reaction. Because actually, me and Skelly had a beef for like the longest time, and it was not really a beef. It was a one-sided beef that Skelly kept going for some reason, to the point where people to this day like, oh, dude, seeing you and Skelly in a call is like, it's so crazy. Like you guys had such a crazy rivalry. I'm like, dude, we debated one time, and he would shit talk me, I would just shit talk back. That was as far as it goes. And it wasn't until we got into a call one time. We're in a random call, and he goes, "Oh, hey, Echo." I'm like, "Hey, Skelly." I'm like, "Dude, we're not beefing, right?" He goes, "No, I just like talking shit to you. You're the only one that shit talks back." I'm like, "Okay, just making sure."
So I want to ask Ashers. So why are you so like Team Keemstar?
I just think he brings the content.
Yeah, I
His
like
energy.
Keemstar. A lot of my content is based on like Keemstar stuff. He is a huge influence to like how I want to do commentary and how eventually I would want to do my show. So I mean 100%. Like I like Keemstar. But yeah, so like I said, like that is like one of the titles you have. I know is that like you were the Keemstar like fangirl. Like have you liked Keemstar for a while? or like just like are you a recent Keemstar fan? Because I've been watching Keemstar back in the good old days for like 2016, back when he had the N-word incident and shit like that. So, which I mean, I personally have the N pass now, so I could get away with it. But
yeah.
I paid money for
it. Before I, really got into the internet, I saw him a couple different times, like just looking over my brother's shoulder.
Oh, okay.
And it was just kind of like a guy in passing. It was like,
Killer
and I always just saw, yeah, and I always just saw like his boisterous energy, and and it's not something that you can ignore.
No, he is like the guy. Like Keemstar is the type of guy that like when you see him in a room or whatever, or like on a show, like he is like the energetic guy. He's the person you're paying attention to. You know what I mean? Because I enjoy Baited too, but like Keemstar was my favorite person on Baited because he is just eccentric. Like I find Tommy is like kind of like he says about like uncle the internet. Like he's like sporadic, gets like goes from 0 to 100. You know what I mean? That's kind of like the Tommy thing. And then on Baited, first, did you watch Baited, Ashers?
Yeah, I have.
And then like
Colossal. Were you watching it when it was coming out though?
No, I wasn't.
The that were so fucking funny.
Yeah, I just I've been catching up on it. So,
but Colossal,
I think I've gotten
on that though. Sorry, I've ADD kicked in. My bad, Ashers.
It's okay.
No, go on. Just tell me to fuck off, Ashers. It's a show to do it.
He leaves. We just still have Craigbot in here, so we're good.
It's true. I gave Echo permission to record without me tonight because I felt bad.
Okay. Actually, the funniest thing is, if I would have done that, I would have been like, okay, why isn't the bot not working? I wouldn't have realized it doesn't have the role. So it would have been the same thing.
Ashers, right? Okay, she's telling the fucking story.
So, I actually forgot where we were.
Jesus. Oh my god. We're talking about Keemstar. We're talking about Baited. And
oh yeah, I wasn't there when all the episodes came out. I've just been watching them, as I clean. So
that's fair.
I think I've gotten through all of them.
So is Keem like your favorite on that show?
Yeah. And next to Colossal.
I like Colossal because he's like a logical guy, but like I don't know. I don't like him.
Look, this is so funny because I was the only person that was like, dude, this Tommy guy is so funny. And I went back and watched the episodes. I'm like, okay, he's not even saying anything. He's just laughing. Like, what the fuck? I thought, like, when that whole drama with Tommy C and Keemstar happened, I went to Tommy C. I literally left Baited and started watching Tommy C for like about a year, like quietly.
Tommy C, out of the three of them, is the one that got caught.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
I've always felt that. I was like, Colossal hit over 1 million. Keemstar is like fucking the Vince McMahon of fucking commentary. He has like 5 different fucking businesses at all fucking times, like 4 different fucking shows, hands in pockets with everyone. But then like Tommy's here doing like shot to the point, 40,000 subscribers. I think Tommy.
It sounds bad to say, but like in comparison, like let's say Keem's like a businessman, like going to work, and Tommy would be like the guy on the side of the street, successfully getting like thousands of dollars in change.
I feel like Tommy has been cucked.
Yeah, no, Tommy should be 1 million. Okay, I want to say Tommy should be 1 million sub YouTuber, but the problem with Tommy is Tommy doesn't do the YouTube bullshit. Like Tommy's Tommy. Like when Tommy starts to stream, he's not thinking about like, damn, dude, this one's gonna get thousands of views. This one's gonna hit 1 million views today. No, he's like, I'm gonna set up a stream. I'm gonna like this, and I'm gonna have fun. If you don't fucking like it, the unsub button's right there.
That's like respectful. Like I would say the people that like Tommy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is actually how I unsubscribed. There was one episode, I don't remember what it was, but there was one really bad, boring episode to me. And
are you
someone
really that fucking finicky that like there's
no. It's just he's like, if you don't like this is the content, unsubscribe. I'm like, I have too many people to watch. I guess I'll just come back to this like a years from now.
Is that really all it fucking did to you? Some guy saying if you don't like this stream,
dude, you gotta realize. No, you gotta realize at that time was when Bloodsports was going on. I was watching Mr. Medicare. I was watching Ralph. I was watching fucking Baked Alaska when he was in there. I was watching fucking
You're like
Worski,
way down the
Tonkasaw.
pipeline.
Dude, I was watching so much fucking different shit. My watch time on YouTube, and this is when I started doing 2 times speed, was 36 hours a day of YouTube content. From the minute I woke up to
Jesus,
the minute I went to sleep, I would be listening to something
Well,
nonstop.
to be
that's
fair-
some terminally
to
online
be
shit.
So when I
fair-
no, I mean I would have my phone. I would that's actually how I kept in so much shape. Is I would listen to the show, I would work out, and I was like super fucking in shape.
to be fair, I get that.
You couldn't play anything like fucking like some heavy metal or
No.
something.
No,
Dude.
he listens.
Get
Dude.
He
jacked with-
listens to commentary,
Hearing fucking Sargon of Akkad get fucking bullied by fucking Richard Spencer is way better than any metal song you can think of.
I mean, I guess whatever floats your boat. If that gets your adrenaline
Listen to
pumping.
Nicholas DiOrio talk about fucking J Station or fucking. Did you?
No,
J Station?
fucking I think he did something, but no, the fucking Nicholas DiOrio fucking T channel speech that shit gets me pumped up. I mean, like
I'll be
fucking
honest.
God.
I've had very limited interactions with Nicholas DiOrio. One of them was actually through Mama Max, where like me, Nicholas DiOrio, and Shido, Mr. Sad, there Harley something like TBS. There's a few of us. All had to sign a non-disclosure act. About like it was during my Mama Max drama.
Oh, with Mr. Craig Beckett,
Yeah, back
R.I.P.
with
Rest
Craig
in peace.
Beckett, we had because okay, so here talking about L's, I would say that was probably my first big L I've taken on YouTube was the Craig Beckett stuff. I'll be honest, because I saw I think it was fucking Alex Gekmo bringing it up, that fucking guy, where he was like, "Oh, Patrick Anthony." So if any of you are unfamiliar with the lore, I made a video about Mama Max when the allegations were going out. I've always been more of like a tabloid style, like present the news, give a vague, you know what I mean, like brief opinion. I'm not a big deep dive guy. I like to hear about situations, give my take about what I hear, and move on. I find covering the same topic fucking boring. It's the ADD in me. So I made like a 10-minute video about it. And I was like, Mama Max allegations or something like that, posted on YouTube. And then I got this like fat fucking British guy making, and it's always fucking British people that fucking hate me. They fucking mouthfuls of fucking gravel and shit like that. Going, oh, this fucking guy, oh, fuck this guy. Like, always. So this Craig Beckett guy came at me. And he's like, I don't like punching lower, but I'm gonna fucking punch this guy.
Well, wasn't it because you're the only video on the topic?
Yeah, because I made that like 2 a.m. I was like at work and I'm fucking bored, and I was like, oh shit, this is going down. So I fired off a video, and it got attention. But then I got this like fucking Craig Beckett guy message me. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Because I didn't even watch Now Recorded at the time. I was like just fresh into commentary, posting videos to like fucking, I think I only had like 100 subs at the time, to fucking whoever watched my shit. And then I had this guy messaging me, and then he made me like talk to Mama Max. We had VCs with each other, all this. And I'm like, okay. And to be fair, Mama Max, in my opinion, at that time was just a guy that had like 700,000 subs. It's like, oh, he's a YouTuber. He has followers. I'm sure if I make a video about him, I'll get fucking likes. You know what I mean? Or attention. So I made this fucking video. And we got in this whole thing, and I heard like, for like 40 minutes, Mama Max's speech about how he's innocent, with Craig Beckett basically standing behind him, arms crossed, like, yeah, you hear that? Yeah, yeah. See how he's innocent? Yeah, you made a mistake. Yeah, yeah. That's basically how it fucking was.
That's how the video went too. His interview with Mama Max.
So we had like a private phone call, and then I said, okay, like, you know what, like, okay, like if they're wrong, I'll take your word for it, sort of thing. And I asked him if he wanted me to delete the video. He said no. So then I said, well, if these aren't actually fucking real, then like, I'll just private it then. You know what I mean? So I privated the video. So after that whole situation, he added me to like a group chat of like other commentary because at this point I knew like fucking Nicholas Ure. I'm like, oh, that guy's like pretty well known in the community. And then I think Augie RSC was in there and all that. I was like, oh, I don't know you because I was never a big RSC guy. Not that I don't like Augie. I just never really watched the content. So as with all these other people, and it was like, oh, to be in here, you have to sign a non-disclosure act and all that. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Because I saw some people being like, oh, why this is like sus, blah blah. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, I'm a fucking adult. If he's gonna get my fucking name, number, whatever, I don't give a fuck. So it's all that, and he built up this like whole thing about like answering questions of people and all that. And I was just watching. You know what I mean? I was the smallest fucking random guy in this whole situation. And then Craig Beckett was like his like other guy in the group chat. And we're all chit-chatting, and then the Craig Beckett stuff happened. So he disappeared. And then Max was like, I'll go show you a sneak preview of this. And there's a picture of like fucking Craig Beckett with Prey. And it's like, wow.
Jesus.
And then it was that song he made.
That music video.
Yeah, the music video. And then that was like when the kind of group chat died. But
did you feel the Leviathans coming for you, Battle?
I always like, I don't know. We can talk about Mom Max for a bit because like I'm sure you guys have some opinions of it. But
Oh, I do. I got plenty.
like
But
I
anyway,
said, like Alex Kickmo guy is like, oh, Badwick Bethany, and saw people liking it. I was like, sure. I was like 100, 200 fucking sub YouTuber getting hit like after by like some fat fuck with 500 or 5,000 subs, but then like a guy with like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So like as a small YouTube channel, I was like, oh fuck this. Like now I regret it because now I'm like that was like some pussy fucking behavior I did. I'll admit it. I can take it out. But at the time it's like, oh fuck, man. Like I don't want to get fucked over. I don't want to be that guy that everyone talks about. You know what I mean?
Well, not even just that. Like it's like, dude, I just posted a video at 2 a.m. I do not need all this fucking extra drama to it.
It was kind of arguably like I didn't expect it like to blow up like it. So I mean, yeah, I took an L, but like, do I regret it? Yeah, I do. I don't think I should have cared too much about it, and I didn't even know about the Tommy like criticisms going on at the time with Mama Matt. Like I said, I was just in my own bubble. The only person I think I knew at the time was like Lamp.
Damn.
Was like Lamp was. I know Lamp. I've known Lamp for a long time, but yeah. So I don't know. I think that was like my biggest L on Mama Max, but what do you guys think about the whole Mom Max situation?
I want to go first.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Personally, I think the entire Mama Max situation, yeah, it's kind of getting bled dry at this point. But at the same time, I think that what it comes down to is that it's a fucking giant LARP. That's all it is. I mean, everybody knows that it's a scam, which has been called out, especially by Tommy C. But if you get a bunch of fucking people together to literally like you do some Twilight role play fucking game, whatever, to cross state lines to fucking meet up with a Blackula fucking werewolf, it's just like you're mentally fucking ill. And then they call it a cult after that. I mean, that's just like that's got to be the most shoddiest fucking cult, Because if it was legit, I mean, they would at least at some point believe that they gotta, I don't know, hitch a ride on fucking Comet Hale Bop or drink the Kool-Aid, because that's usually how they end. You would hope.
I want to ask, do you think anything is going to happen to Blackula or whatever the fuck his name is?
I think what it's going to come down to is that if Blackula catches wind of this shit, he might actually get arrested by animal control. Get dewormed, probably up on his shots, to make sure that he's okay, and probably rehome him, and possibly train him so a new foster family can come and adopt him.
Okay. Echo? How do you feel about all this?
I
know
mean,
you've been in not the thick of it, but like I know you've been. Like,
oh yeah, dude, right there. I was right there with Tipster and Tommy, dude, just fucking fighting side by side.
Wait,
no, I mean, I've been like, No, yeah, Tipster. Yeah, you didn't know Tipster? You know, was right there
Don't
side
watch
by side with
Tipster's
Tommy.
content. I can
Yeah.
smell Tipster through the fucking screen.
No, but
He smelled like Menudo and energy drinks.
oh god, I hate Menudo. No,
sorry.
you're good.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's why me and Tipster are friends. We never went and got Menudo. But
Well, I mean, he probably smells like bacon that's been sitting out on hot sun all day. So
oh god,
Now
possibly.
you're just being mean to fat people.
you're welcome. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
he goes,
Okay,
all right.
anyway,
He goes, hey,
continue,
dude, you
Echo.
just hit half of our audience right now. Come on.
Oh, shut up! Don't insult people.
Hey, I have to. I look good. All right. We have
You
proof.
hide behind an anime profile picture.
And I don't.
No
And
one
now,
knows how you look like other than like me and Leia something.
yeah, and
And I
So
Wait,
yeah, and
Ashes, you
Asher.
know how?
so show
Yeah,
So you are in the DMs of her, you fucking
motherfucker,
villain.
I told you.
You
Whoa.
fucking villain.
Me and her have been friends for like over a year.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're still a fucking villain.
Oh my god, it just
I think you should change your name to Edwin
my
of
God,
Tragedy.
no.
That one's pretty fucking
dude.
funny.
I hate. I get called. I hate that Sen said that because they just gave back so many memories that people would call me that shit in Edwin's chat. I'm like, God damn it, dude, what the fuck? Now it just gets dragged back up in a bad light. Because before it was funny, it was like, oh yeah, Edwin of Tragedy, and now it's like, oh fuck, I'm not. No, thanks.
All right, go on with your mom Max shit before.
Yeah.
you DM.
Anyways, with the Mama Max stuff, it's just like tiresome. Not the content. I love the content. I can't wait for Nick's next video, but like, it's tiresome to see like the bigger YouTubers go, wow, I can't believe he was doing that, dude. That's not the Max I knew. And it's like, wait, but you just said like fight like the next ball guy. He's like, yeah, dude. Like I started looking at Max weird when like the girlfriend allegations came out. It's like, wait, that was like 2 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, and then he said this, and then he made me do this thing with like in his script, and then when I saw the video, it was like, wait, that's not what I was signing up for. Oh, and then you continue to say nothing. And it's like, okay, like how many of these people actually knew that Max wasn't who Max said what he was, and that he was just like faking all this bullshit. And how many of them are staying silent, and how many of them stood silent and are only coming out now just to get like the good praise? Like out of all of Max's friends, only one person made a video doing all the research against him, and that's fucking Mudahar. Bombaville came out too, but I mean, like realistically speaking, like there's no Nexpo video, there's no Night Docs video, there's no fucking like out of all the people who hung out with them and totally defended his character to like people like Tommy C and to people like Nicholas Iorio and Augie RFC and Edwin and Tipster and like all the fucking like, well, no, you don't understand. Like his heart's in a good place, and you just oh yeah, no, his heart was in the money because nothing ever got done, and 90% of it was fake.
Yeah,
like,
fucked.
it's just like crazy that it just keeps reminding me, like, yeah, you know, everything is kind of like the IBS community. Like, it's not just like small retards that do this; it's literally the large retards that are doing it too.
Well, they got to get their bag as well.
It's just like
True.
kind of blackpilling that, like, these people supposedly care so much for a topic that like that is totally like one to them the most leading cause that everyone needs to fight for, and they're just silent, and it's just like just fucking blackpilling. That's all I can say.
Asher's, what's your take on it?
Well, I have many takes.
All right, I'm interested.
I think that Max and Spencer are in love.
That's an ugly relationship. I'm just saying.
I know.
Like most of
but
his relationships.
Well, let's hope he doesn't have any puppies.
Wait, you think all of Mama Max's exes are ugly, Echo?
No, okay, you said ugly relationship. I said like the rest of his relationships, like toxic.
I was calling them ugly people.
Okay, no, there's some lookers.
Okay, just clarifying. I know you're you're an expert in that field.
Yeah, what if I just went and get like 2 out of 10 to all his exes? No, Map. If I said that, Map, it would be so fucking fast. Like, actually, Echo, didn't you say? I'm like, okay, never mind then. I guess.
Anyways,
just a joke.
Let's let Asher's continue.
I think that Spencer is manipulating Max.
You're on that side of the fence with it?
I would happen to agree with that, to be honest.
But that's not the reason for his downfall. The reason for his downfall is that Spencer is stupid and pushed it too far and made everyone look into Mama Max. So, in my opinion, the whole downfall of Mama Max is the cause of Spencer.
Yeah. Do you think like Spencer actually forced him to do a lot of this or no?
I don't know if anybody can be forced to do anything. I
Just
mean,
ask
we all
Hector,
have
he
to.
knows.
True. You can't force the willing.
Well, you can. It's just, I don't think he would come out as passionately, in her defense for it.
I'm gonna die if like a year from now you get like a video from Max like being like the truth behind this. And then it's like a fucking video of him being like, Spencer victimized me the entire time. Spencer was grooming me.
You see, like
I don't.
And then he's gonna come up. He's gonna do some like random artsy video and stuff like to be like Leviathans are coming for you, Spencer.
it's just I could
Diabetes
possibly
thing.
see that if Mama Max wasn't like actively like creating his own little cult audience while she's like the second in
He
command.
does have like a loyal following. Like the people that stayed with him are fucking like you'll never change their opinions.
Yeah,
You
no.
know?
I kind of want to expand on what
Sure.
Ashers was saying as far as Spencer. I can agree with your point, to be honest, because Spencer's also been a friend of the family. So she probably saw an opportunity to go ahead and play on his heartstrings because of the relative, relationship that they've had in the past. And I think that she just pretty much just try to get in there and try to utilize him for money, to help her out in her situation. Because based upon her history and stuff like that, I mean, she's got a pretty fucking spotty, fucked up childhood, but it's like one of those family members that says, "Hey, dude, can I stay at your house for a couple of nights and sleep on the couch?" And you can't get rid of them because they've been living there for 6 fucking months.
Mhm.
So that's just from my perspective.
That's fair.
Actually, there might be maybe some truth to it because remember he said like, "Oh yeah, I'm contractually obligated to see this case through and to make sure Spencer's taken care of." So like there might be part of it.
But a Mama Max contract, like, let's be honest, how fucking official is that? As official as this fucking NDA?
Very true.
Hey,
I mean, we could ask his Chat GPT
yeah,
lawyer.
look at to Mama Max though, that's like as official as it gets, right?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Like you don't have to believe it, only he needs to believe it's contractually obligated.
Exactly.
All right. Do you guys have any topics you want to bring up for this?
Colton.
Colton? Okay.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
go with Colton.
Okay.
I'm probably
Yeah,
least
I
familiar
think
with it.
I think this is like the topic we talked about bringing up right before, because just like I mean, it's the most recent Mama Max stuff that doesn't fully include Mama Max. Plus, we get a shit
Yeah.
on Colton.
Okay, go for it.
You want to go first again, Rev?
Who wants? Yeah. Honestly, I think Chud Logic just basically fucking smacking his pee-pee to a bunch of people in a large audience. Was the funniest shit. Personally, Colton's a fuck up. And basically him trying to, I guess you could say, take the reins when it comes to the actual leaks, and then be a little busybody behind the scenes, but then, manipulating the whole situation. And I think that he was just trying to utilize it to gain infamy, especially when he got called out for the whole fucking, like, he's going to do a charity for victims, by getting donations sent to Rain. It's like, why couldn't you do that before? You're taking potential victims, experiencing traumatic event, and you're cashing in on it. It's kind of a fucked up way of doing things, So I'd say it's a big L for Colton in a major fucking way. He's done this kind of shit before in the past, so I don't feel that sorry for him. And honestly, wearing his mom's blouse and dressing up before the interview with Chud Logic, it's fucking mental illness, to be honest. So he needs therapy.
I mean, all I think is Colton's a pussy. I mean, I think he wants to give a take and then fucking run away from you.
I wasn't too harsh on him, was I?
No.
Like I said,
No.
Actually-
I've been busy IRL, so like I've only seen like people vaguely tweet about it.
No, you know who dunked on him today? fucking Eichel is dunking on him right now.
Oh yeah, I got her in the background.
No,
So
you're freaking.
Aiko was like, oh man, Aiko dunked on Burns.
Wait,
From
she
the
did?
Third Island stream. Yeah, she was watching that Ku Klux Man guy, whatever his fucking
Oh,
name is.
Queeman.
Yeah, whatever. The guy who fucking
I hate. You're the second person that calls him that, and it's like it's unironic. Like you're not trying to be funny.
me.
Ku
Oh, I
Klux
call him
Man.
Ku Klux
That's his
on
nickname.
purpose.
Oh, okay.
Or he's gonna be the next John Swan. But
I mean, there's
Oh,
there's
geez.
probably some truth to that. Like just how important he looks at, like just the way he looks at other people's numbers. That's what John Swan used to do.
mhm.
Like, or maybe he is young. Maybe someone's gonna like slap him around like, "Hey, dude, stop acting retarded." And he's like, "Okay, sorry," and he'll get his head back straight. I mean, because realistically speaking, as much as I don't like him, which is really not that much. Now I think about it, like he's
Mhm.
not bad. There's like some like retarded stuff he says, and he is kind of like spurgy, but that's like
Well,
90%
you
of
can't
this
say that.
community.
That's what has him like. That's what has him hate on now recorded.
Well, dude. Everyone's spurgy on fucking anyone who's covered the Mama Max drama is fucking spurgy. We have Chud Logic, fucking like calling like these whores weren't fucking nothing happened to these whores. They're just whores, they're about fucking like women. And then we have Nick doing URR, fucking ultimate rape review. Like, come on, dude. Let's be real. We're all a little spurgy. Like, no, there's nothing wrong with being a little spurgy online.
I like Queeman's perspective. I've heard him speak on a number of different topics, and he makes me think about not only what I'm saying, but what other people around me are saying, and and kind of like what world, not what world, but like how the commentary people treat each other. And I found that very refreshing.
Well, I don't know the kid. I know like he's like shit on now recording. He's like shit on my stream. So I mean, I could easily just like fucking say shit.
It's just
I
people who
don't know.
think that they somehow have like the superior content, and it's like, all right, dude, you guys like if I'm being 100% honest, the only superior content is Mr. Medicare. That's literally it. That's as far as it goes. Like you cannot outdo
and
Mr. Medicare.
your friend Bunny.
But Bunny doesn't make content. Bunny makes culture.
Bunny makes
It's
culture.
totally different. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know actually much about that dude. I know he like shits on me, shits on now recording. He hates Leia something. But
With
Oh yeah,
with
he
a
shits on me all the
passion.
time.
Well, he shits on you too?
how does he even
Yeah,
know you?
It doesn't mean I don't
make
he
participate.
really
videos.
is
How
a
does he
commentator
know
now.
you?
Well,
What?
he's been
How
going
does he
back and
know
watching like
you?
commentary stuff from what I know.
Mhm.
Well, okay, actually, you want the real take why he knows all these people in the community? Fucking Abby. That's why. Abby's a fucking huge
Oh,
member in his fucking chat.
Oh man,
that makes sense.
gotcha.
I
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I'm
Ew.
not trying to shit on her. It's just that's literally why he knows.
Yeah, no, I'm like I make jokes
I'm
about
good when
Abby.
it comes to Abby.
Oh, actually, another part why he kind of knows this. So fucking Beckett's been trying to get him in the community so he can argue with all of us just to see the shit show.
Oh,
Mhm.
Beckett or Krabs.
Yeah.
Oh, does he come from like Beckett or Krabs' side of shit?
Well, he's like from Chud Logic, so like the
Oh,
same
yeah,
sphere
he's
where
the
like
out of there, isn't he?
yeah, the
Yeah,
dying Twitch poll.
the dying Twitch.
Yeah,
poll.
well, why do you think? Look at with
So
fucking Israel and Palestine, one of the biggest fucking like things going on in the world, and none of them are covering it. Not even Hassan covers it daily.
So is this going to turn into another commentary civil war?
Yeah, well, they're becoming drama
everybody's going to
streamers
start
now.
whipping their dicks out, and everybody's going to whip their dicks out and see who's got the better content, because that's what it sounds like.
It's
Yep.
gonna be more like which one of these people can take being wrong the best, because that's what's always like happens with commentary drama is like if you can take the L, you live for the next drama.
No, you know what it is actually. Everyone wants to fight to be the next Augie RSC. There's like a lot of people, like people saying Lyrics is gonna be the next Augie RSC. I've heard people say this Ku Klux Klan guy is gonna be the next Augie RSC. And I've been hearing like a lot of that actually, and I think whatever happened to the Augie fan base, I think they are looking for someone to like kind of go to right now.
The thing is like, there's really no one. Like no one's ever gonna replace Augie the way Augie
Right?
streamed.
And Doc on the radio isn't as
Yep.
consistent enough.
Like yeah, Doc, and honestly, out of everyone, the
Doc would
closest
have had
is
the
Doc
best
on the
chance.
radio.
Yeah, he would have had the best chance, but he's not consistent enough.
But even then, I would probably say he's probably wouldn't like the way Doc streams versus Augie is still not. It's as close as it is. It's still not even similar. Like Augie is the type of person that imagine he is covering this Mama Max drama, right? So everyone, Queeman, Lyrics, they're all covering it, and they're all only covering this topic.
Mhm.
Augie is the only person where something comes up and he goes, "Wait a minute," and he will take a side tangent into something totally different. When he covers the topic, it's not just about that topic. That's the reason why none of these guys will ever be Augie, because they think they have to go from topic to topic. They can never just do their own thing. They always have to be covering something. Augie can literally start up a fucking live stream right now talking about something that happened in Texas, and there'd be fucking 1,500 people watching.
No,
And it would still be an entertaining stream.
Anyways, we went on
Very
a
true.
tangent. What's your take on Colton?
Oh wait, me? Right?
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah, I
how
never
we
got to
fucking
that.
started.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I thought I got it out there.
Did you? You didn't take an edible,
No, I
did you?
didn't. No, I just forgot I didn't finish.
Not yet.
You know, and common occurrence.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
your pullout game is not that strong, there, guy.
it's non-existent. Anyways, back to Colton. Another person with pull again that's non-existent since it doesn't happen. It was very satisfying seeing this guy like he's trying to do his little bit where he's like, oh, well, actually, like he's trying to be like the mastermind, where he's like, oh yeah, well actually, Chud, like this is what happened in the Koiman stream, and he goes, oh, that's what happened. He goes, yeah. He goes, you're fucking lying to me. You did this, this, and this. He goes, oh, well, I mean, actually, yeah, you're right. I actually did do that. You're 100% right. And then like the minute that he feels like, okay, good, I'm okay to lie now. Oh, well, actually, and then I actually told that guy, like, hey, yeah, no, I just don't want to send it to Chud because I want to be able to, like, to censor the stuff for Chud. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, you think I can't do it? And then the minute he feels like he has an attack on Chud, like, Colton's the most opportunistic person in the entire community. If he ever feels like someone that doesn't like him or someone's going at him just a little bit, he will take the hardest dig at them possible. Like, he's done that to Liana. He did that to Leia something like 2 weeks ago. He's done that to like multiple people throughout the community. Where if he feels like he can take a
Aiko's another prime
exactly
example.
like Aiko, he literally was one of the people that like, oh, actually, Aiko didn't know what she was doing, and she gave me all the stuff, despite the fact that he was like begging her for a whole week. Oh, Aiko, yeah, no, I know you want to do that, but let's do a video. Oh, Aiko, instead, if you can't make a video, I'll help you make a video. I'll make a video, and then your video will be after mine, but you have to give me all the stuff. Oh, I mean, also I want to do this. Like it was like so fucking like clear that he just wanted the story. And the same thing with this one. He's telling the leaker, "Oh yeah, I want all this drama. You got to send it to Lyrics and Chud, but you got to send it to me first, and you got to tell me, this and this. You unsend it to Slug, unsend it from Queeman, unsend it from fucking Sen." And it's like there's absolutely no fucking reason why he should be the guy telling the leaker how to fucking handle the leaks. Especially when he's like trying to gatekeep the fucking material, because he doesn't care for victims. He literally doesn't. That's been his thing for like the last 2-3 years that I've known him. Is he cares for victims? Yeah, that he cares for victims. He only wants to see their story through, and then the minute it's opportunistic for him, he will be the first person trying to dunk on them. He did that with Babs. He did that with Aiko. He did that with fucking Liana. He's done that so many fucking times, and so many opportunities that have been given to him. It's just like laughable that so many people think that, oh, well, Colton's heart is in the good place. Like, oh, well, Colton just means right. He just messes up. I don't know. You could never drag this out of me. Even if I was a malicious liar, I would never be on a stream like, yeah, you're right. I did maliciously lie to you, Chud. That makes no sense. Like this guy's just fucking a little weasel that can't handle a little bit of pressure. And I'm glad he fucking ran, because he was trying to mock me.
But
He was trying to mock me about like I made fun of him, like, oh yeah, like I don't even remember exactly what the fucking tweet was, but it was just something small, just like that. He's like, oh yeah, look, he's gonna run again, and he goes, I'm not running or something. He said something along those lines. I'm not gonna run. I'm actually better than ever. And then like a day later, he had the conversation with Chud. And it's fucking embarrassing. I just hope he stays gone for at least another year.
Can I add something to that? The one thing that I do kind of notice too, and this is kind of like an overall gripe, and I'm sure that this plays out in a lot of other communities too as well, is that when people like Colton get called out for their actions and all this bullshit, everybody's like, oh yeah, we disavow him, he's gone, fuck him, whatever, and all this bullshit. At the same time, I mean, you got a community that basically enables this kind of behavior.
Yep.
At the same time, it's just like, we know he fucked us over, but yeah, let's just go ahead and kind of, he'll find a way to get back in the good graces of people, and then it's going to be all about like, yeah, dude, you're doing great, all of this bullshit until he fucking snakes.
Well, part of it also has to do with
it's not
his
just
age,
him;
though.
it's multiple people too.
Like part of it was his age because he's been in this community since he was like 14, like with the Maya Repsion drama. Like he's been here so long, and even like every time it's like, oh, he's just a kid. Yeah, he had
How
the
old is he now?
He's 20.
He's 20.
So now
So
there's
he's
no
a
excuse.
whole ass adult. No. Shush. This is a whole ass fucking adult lying to a whole ass other fucking adult, and you're telling me that I should excuse it just because he's been in the space for longer than everybody else has.
No. I'm saying that for the last few years, people have been giving the excuse that, oh, he's just a kid. Oh, he's just a kid. And now that it's finally happened again, no one's giving that excuse because it's like, you're not a kid no more, dude. Like, why are you still acting like a kid? Why you feel like, why is it that it looks like you got caught with your hand in the cookie jar and you're trying to pretend it's not in there?
No, like people like Nicholas Diorio are still like, oh yeah, Colton did this thing, and he's still trying to, make everybody see Colton's side when Colton can turn around and do the same thing to Nicholas Diorio tomorrow. It's like,
well, I don't think he did that tonight, at least from what I was watching. Like he literally said that Colton should never be involved in any of this. Anyone who trusts Colton going forward is going to understand how it feels to be Aiko.
And maybe I ducked out of that part before he said that, but at the very beginning of it, he was like, hey, yeah, this is Colton, and he may have switched his mind in the middle. I don't know, but like at the beginning of it, he was kind of like tweaking me off a little bit, given
I think
Colton so much slack.
I think part of it is like I said, like a lot of these people knew this guy as a kid, and they got to shake off the idea that he's not a kid no more. Like the same thing, like it's like something like with my younger brothers. I have to keep reminding myself, oh wait, this is a fucking grown ass fucking man. It's not a little kid no more. I gotta fucking treat him like he's a grown man. Not that I don't treat my brothers like kids or anything like that, but it's just like you gotta kind of remember, like, oh shit, like I can't pretend like he doesn't know what he's doing. He literally knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
But okay, so I mean, at the same time though, too, you got to think about it. At what point do you just say fuck it and cut him off, or to just be done with it? There's a lot of people that just basically don't have the balls. They'll be like, okay, well, somebody's going to play on my sympathies. I'm going to give them a chance or an opportunity. Then the behavior gets enabled again, and it's just like, oh well, it didn't have anything to do with me, so I'm just, I'm going to look past it. And it's a continuous fucking cycle. Mm-hmm. And it's not just with him; it's with multiple fucking people. And like I said, I'm pointing out this community because everybody happens to be a part of it. Now, if it was some other community, I'm pretty sure the same thing happens there, whatever, and all that crap. It's just that at some point, people just got to ball up and say, hey, you know what? Fuck you, dude. We're done. You're out for good. You screwed everybody over. You fucked everything over. You did it for, personal gain. Kiss my ass. Fuck off. But again, as you said, that Colton's been a part of this community for some time, but he's continuously done this behavior multiple fucking times, and he still manages to get his way back in. So it's like,
I would like to say this is probably the last time that, like, this is like the most like obvious spectacle, because it's not even just, if it happened in this community, I feel like people would probably give him a chance. But the thing is, it didn't happen in this community. He didn't get exposed by fucking Nick or Augie or fucking Lyrics. He got exposed by Chud Logic, a guy who has no bias in this community towards Colton. There's no way anyone can say that Chud Logic was being mean to Colton, or that Chud Logic had like a fucking bias against him or had a bias for him. It was like the most unbiased person that could have talked to Colton and got the shit out of him. And I just feel like there's probably going to be like smaller people in the community, because it's like the slug effect where like new people come in, oh shit, this guy's nice to me, and then oh shit, this guy's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be now it's gonna be the Colton
but
thing. So I think with the people who are already
and
here,
that's another
I
example.
think are just gonna
That's
get it
another
out of
example
it.
right there. That's another example right there. Honestly, since you bring this up, and I'm gonna point it out. You know, he's continuously done the same behaviors for the last fucking years. It doesn't matter. Oh, I'm gonna go on it. I'm gonna be a good boy. Or I'm just a little guy. I'm gonna go on this redemption arc. You know, and then turns around and fucking starts snaking on people, basically making false allegations. You know, threats, all of this fucking bullshit. You know, and until he gets something that's of value or anything like that, and he just basically throws it out there into the wild. Everybody's like, oh yeah, you know, ass pats and side hugs. And then he goes right back into the bullshit. And it's just like, okay, so you guys enable him for the time being, but you don't want to talk about him. We should ignore him. But then at the same time, still talk about him and let him in. You know, it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Mm.
You know, I like the way that Chud Logic actually went after Colton, even though he has an unbiased opinion. He held his feet to the fucking fire, you know? And I think that that type of discourse should happen a lot more often, to where you can just have a civil conversation and then you just kind of press somebody and just basically let them tell on themselves. And then when you're done, just done. Fucking toss them aside and just be gone.
Actually,
with it,
another
you know?
part of it is
That's just
like it is the slug effect where like new people in the community, you know, find him, but it's not new people in the community. It's people outside of the fucking community. Like, why was he even in Eichel's fucking DMs, fucking asking for the evidence? Because he got into someone else's DMs. That person was really close to Eichel and said, "Hey, this guy actually wants to help." And then boom, now he has all the evidence, or is like asking for all the evidence. And same thing here. He's fucking, you know, weasels his way into Mama Max stuff, is pretending to be on Max's side, like, "Oh, hey, yeah, I can help," and while secretly telling all the victims, like, "Hey, I know, like, Max isn't doing this," while also telling the YouTubers, like, "Oh, yeah, dude, Max is doing this, this, and this, and the victims are doing this, this, and this." It's just like, he's just a snake. And the problem is that snakes are gonna find their way into shit, no matter how many times you kick them out. Like, something will have to happen to Colton where he has to leave the internet forever. That's the only thing that's gonna happen. Either he gets fucking happiness outside, goes to jail, or fucking, you know, maybe his fucking computer crashes, he goes broke, and like some crazy shit happens. Like, it'll take something super serious to get Colton out, because
like a dose of reality.
Colton cannot leave. Colton can never leave. Even when he does leave for months, he somehow knows every single little drama. He knows every single little thing that happened while he was gone. He doesn't leave. It'll take
Okay.
Well,
like a
I mean,
massive
you can't stop somebody from lurking though either,
No.
you know, but
Yeah, I've only got two things to say about Colton.
Hmm.
This behavior is not going to change until Colton finds an identity within himself and has something going for him. That is the only way that this behavior is going to stop. Now, the other thing I have to say about Colton, or more to Colton, because I know he's probably watching this. Bro, quit stealing my lines. Like, it's not cool. Like, calling other people daddy because you feel little broed. I taught you that, okay? And it was only because you were trying to micromanage my life, okay?
Wait,
So
so
let's
Colton
not
was
steal
trying to
lines.
micromanage you?
Oh, okay. The best way I can explain Colton is when people started finding out I was sexting a lot of girls, or at least flirting with a lot of girls, they would call me Colton of Tragedy, or at least Colton would, because like, "Oh, you're just like Colton." I'm like, actually, no. Like, I actually don't try to tell people what to do. Like, I don't try to micromanage their life, and then I also don't throw them to the side and leak all their DMs either.
Yeah, so stop stealing my shit, you little asshole.
Oh my god.
okay, daddy. Oh, I'm sorry. Just messing with you.
That's fucking hilarious. Alright, guys. I think we've gone long enough for intro episode for you guys. Ashers, you wanted to say something to end this today?
Nicholas DiOrio, you are a retard. Have a nice day, asshole.
Well, I just want to say thank you, Ashers and Rev, for joining WallSmashers. Of course, Echo being the most senior member of the show here today. Thank you for showing up, and we will see you guys probably in the future with more episodes of WallSmashers. Maybe with a
And
mixed cast.
and 10 more, 10 more members on the show.
No, we're done. we got enough now. The only one I'm waiting on is Milltown. He's the only one. But
Hopefully.
you're going to shit talk that, but we're gonna get more episodes out now with more cast members, you know, because waiting on Huggy and Triton was fucking obnoxious. So now we can record when we have just a handful of people rather than everybody. That's the logic behind it, though, at least. So, but anyways, I'm gonna end this for the night. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and all that other YouTube stuff, and we will see you in a new episode. Hopefully in a week. Let's the fingers crossed for that. But yeah, peace out, everybody.